Well, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is amateur artist Mark D. Chandler coming at you once again from Manland. And I want to give a great big old shout out, a thank you, and a hearty thank you to MuddyTiger Outdoors. He sent me a package in the mail, and I really wanted to do an unboxing. But I got this package here sometime toward the middle of last week, and I already opened it, and I had full intentions of shooting the actual entire review. Well, Donnie Pavellini and Parker Ridge and his wife, Grumpy Guy and his wife, and a few others were out here at the campsite. We're at the Paul B. Johnson State Park here in just below in Hattiesburg, South Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And let me show you some of the things. Well, first of all, the MuddyTiger's cap. If you were watching the video, Brother Muddy, you saw me wearing this cap here the entire time. And let me tell you something. It's a Condor cap. It's lightweight. It's cool. It's now my new Manland adventure hat that I'm wearing out here when I'm out here doing my actual running arounds. And what's neat is that Brother Muddy, that is Jacko there, has this little cap clip called MuddyTigers. Let me get it where you can see it better. Right there. And I thought that was just one of the neatest little things I've ever seen in my life. The cap itself features the Velcro. Okay, when you put your little patches on there, and I just thought that just incredibly neat. Also sent me an Optimus Terra cook system here, and this has the little miniature burner, and this is why I'm glad that I actually opened up the box before I came out here, because what I have is little Coleman propane bottles, and I found out that the Coleman propane bottles are not compatible with these burners, and they're just not. And so I'm glad that I actually did open this thing up beforehand. Donnie Pavellini brought me what I actually needed. Matter of fact, he gave me a larger a canister and a smaller canister to do my little test out here. And man, brother, I tell you what, I put it to the test. It worked excellent. So I'm going to sit here and do another little boil test here. Not just a test, we're going to boil a little something up here just to give a little tribute there to Brother Muddy. One fantastic guy. Y'all, I encourage you so deeply, so heartily to go check his channel out, and you'll be impressed. He does a lot of gear review, and he is very up and up on his gear reviews. And he does this little segment called, you know, would I buy it again, or would I, you know, that type of thing. He gives it some time, he tests the gear out, and then he goes back and gives his professional, personal opinion. Would he have actually purchased that product if the opportunity were to come up again? And he's very honest about his reviews, and most of it I definitely agree, although I don't own a lot of gear myself. Now I've got one of these little cook pots right here, little cook sets. This thing is absolutely awesome. It is small, compact. It's made out of aluminum, and it is anodized aluminum. And it has its own little carry stuff sack here. I'm going to open it up right quick. Most of you guys and gals out there have seen this. It's a little bit difficult to get out there. Y'all, we had a long weekend, very little sleep. We stayed up and talked most of the night. The fry pan here actually opens up. You got your fry pan here, a little miniature fry pan, and it doubles as a top or lid for the bottom pot. And then of course the bottom has the butterfly handles. We have bright, I call this fluorescent green, and that comes in real handy for nighttime cooking and you don't have a whole lot of light. You can, I tried this out last night, you can see those handles real well in the campfire, and you know where to grab. That is definitely an advantage. Now, I did not put this in the fire. I actually put this on the burner, did myself a little test, was super impressed. Now, that's because Donnie Pavellini, Donnie Pavellini Outdoors, another shout out for you there, brother, he uses his little burner to make his coffee, and he uses instant coffee, and it is the jet boil that he's using, and I wanted to compare this to his actual jet boil system. Well, I didn't get an opportunity to do that, but I watched him enough boiling, kind of got an idea. Let's test this thing out here with just some water, see how fast it comes to a rolling boil. Y'all stay tuned. Well, apparently it says that my battery is about dead, and that's not good, because I finally got some time alone. The wife took the kid to do a little quick swimming and to come back and pick up the rest of the gear, and we're going to head home. Now, I'm currently in the spot where Donnie Pavellini was parked, and I wanted to show you this right here. This is why I may not be exactly in frame, it doesn't matter. Donnie Pavellini gave me 2 canisters. This is what I was not aware of, was the fact that the Coleman bottle, here's a burner that I bought yesterday just so I can use with the burner to do a size comparison. Here's the Optimus burner right here in this little bag. Now, this is probably the neatest little thing there is. And I've got my Stanley Adventure Camp Cook set out here. A few other things to kind of give you a size comparison. These little legs here fold out. They're curved for structural strength. It's a solid little piece of gear. Now, Donnie also gave me another canister that does indeed fit inside this cook kit. I want to show that to you right quick. This is his jet boil canister. The jet boil canister does indeed fit inside this Optimus anodized cook kit, and that is just neat as all get out. But for the demonstration, I want to go ahead and use this canister here, the bigger one, and even with that you can see the size comparison. That's just amazing. The sad news is that this burner is definitely not compatible with the Coleman or any of the like types of propane bottles. This has a special fuel that is mixed just for this application here, so that it doesn't build up as much pressure, but does indeed have a very effective burn pattern. And just for demonstration purposes, the Stanley Adventure Camp Cook set, which is tapered on the bottom, okay, does indeed fit on there very, very well. It does sit on this big one, but barely. It actually, once it rests in here, it kind of floats above the actual burner here, I found out. So it's not exactly stable. This thing here is fine for larger cook pots, that type of thing. We're going to set this to the side. We're going to focus on this right here, and in honor of MuddyTiger Outdoors, I'm going to make a little bit of cowboy coffee right quick, take advantage of the fact the wife and the kids are not here, but I'm going to go ahead and use the actual Optimus Cook Kit to do just that. Cowboy coffee. One of the best coffees you can have out there in the world. So let me set this up. We'll get her lit up. We'll make some quick cowboy coffee. We'll see how fast this thing makes. This is going to make more than an 8-ounce cup. We're going to make about a 16-ounce size, 16 ounces in here. And brother, I appreciate what you sent me so much. This was the bomb. I mean, the bomb. I'm going to go ahead and give her a light up without the cup on there. This tab here, of course, folds out. Let's turn that around where I can get to it. Now you can hear it. She is lit right now. There's high. It stops. That is super low simmer. The only thing I noticed when I was using this is that sometimes the valve in there is a little bit sticky. You can wiggle it sometimes, but that is not as bad. This Coleman here was really sensitive. I'm gonna go and get this thing here going open, wide open. Gonna set our water on there. That son of a gun is hot. All right, we're not gonna do it wide open. We're gonna cut that flame back. And right now the water, ladies and gentlemen, I can see the worms swimming around pretty good. Gonna go and throw a little bit of the Maxwell House Wake Up Roast in there. And I put enough in there for just about what I consider about a cup full of coffee. I like mine a little bit strong. Wow, super fast. This hasn't been quite a minute 30 seconds here, and we're already starting to get a boil. That anodized aluminum is as thin as that is, she's starting to boil right now. Here I want to be careful. That took no time at all. I think this size pot right here and everything is actually faster than the jet boil. Now the jet boil handles a lot more capacity than this. I'd say at least, I don't know, 2 to 3 cups, maybe. I don't know. I think, oh, you know what? I knocked the flame out when I turned it down. That's the only negative thing about this, is that you can't really see the flame out here. You turn it a little too much, you will actually knock the flame out. Let's get this going again. Hey, mistakes happen out here. I'm tired, y'all. I'm very tired. But we have now cowboy coffee is starting to boil. And you hear a lot of videos out there talking about shock value. Okay, now I'm taking it off. Got a little bit of spillage there. We're going to turn this back down. There we go. Always knock it out. This is such a small capacity, it takes almost no time to heat this cup of coffee up. I want it to boil for usually around 20 seconds, something like that. Now people say that you got to break the surface tension by adding cold water to it, put a stick in there, eggshells. Y'all, I've never had a problem with cowboy coffee. Once this thing comes to a boil and it's doing its thing, I turn it off. The coffee grounds settle. You see the coffee grounds around the edges? I take it and I just kind of work the water around like that. I hope that's still in frame. Probably not. It has a nice little spout here on the side. And once you let this thing here kind of steep a little bit, there's no reason to break the surface tension. There's no coffee grounds floating at this moment on top. Did not add any cold water, didn't stick a spoon in there, didn't do any of that. Now I got a few coffee grounds here because of me shooting the video, of course. But when you're using a larger size pot, this is very rarely even a problem. Even with the coffee attached to the side of the container. You do have it build up like you seen it just there. You just take your coffee, your water, swish it around, get them coffee grounds, and let this thing steep for just a few minutes, you know. You don't want to drink your coffee right now because it's boiling temperature. It's at least, what, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now right quick, in honor of Brother MuddyTiger Outdoors, I'm going to take the fry pan right here. We're going to add a little bit of coffee creamer. This is French vanilla. It's got the sweetener and everything already in there. I'm going to use this as my coffee mug. We're going to carefully pour the coffee in there. There's a few grounds that's going to hit there because I realize I'm out of battery power. Did not give this time enough to steep. The little residue pieces of coffee in there, y'all. Yeah, okay. So the Brother MuddyTiger Outdoors, man, I do appreciate what you sent me. I wish I could have showed the entire package, the actual unboxing, and the, you know, the expression on my face when I open it up, man. I'm telling you right now, when I saw that little mini burner in there, man, I just got super excited. And I don't want to sit there and drink a good cup of cowboy coffee. I am tired. Man, we were up all night last night. I think I went to bed about 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke up about, I don't know, 8-ish or something. It was a nice night. I'm sweating. The sun's back out. It's hot here in Mississippi. Whew. Whew. I tell you right now, gotta let that cool down, man. That anodized aluminum, it absorbs the heat and transfers the heat, and you sit there and want to burn your lips. That's the only negative thing about the cook kit itself. My wife's got everything packed up. I was actually going to use one of the Stanley green cups to do this right here. You know, a little advertisement from the Green Cup Club, you know what I mean? Alright, finally the coffee calmed down just a little bit. The heat transference to from the hot coffee, the liquid, to the little cook pot here, and you put it up to your lips, is very, very hot. This does not make a very good hot beverage drinking vessel.
unless you let it cool down. Right now the flies are attacking me left and right, no doubt about it. I got in the shade, sunlight is still shining. It's hot out here. I have no idea how hot it is, and the flies are just tearing me up. So to you, brother MuddyTiger Outdoors, that happened to be Jacko, y'all please check his channel out. I want to thank you very much for sending me that gift. You can see I'm gonna be wearing this hat. You gonna know that I use this hat now. I wear the hats. The light you see right there on my hat is the one that I bought from Walmart. I've been carrying it around. I use it at work all the time. I like it. It's lightweight. However, it's not waterproof. That's kind of a downer. But to that cook kit, that burner, man, I'm amazed with it at how fast this thing works with this cook kit as far as boiling water. As far as cooking in it, well, it's a little bit too small for me, but I think that in future videos I'm gonna see if I can't squeeze a small pair of frog legs in there somewhere and give this thing a real run for its money, you know what I mean? So to Donnie Pavellini of Donnie Pavellini Outdoors, I want to thank you for inviting us out here, brother. I want to thank Grumpy Guy and his wife, we call her the Donut Woman, and I want to thank Jason of Parker Ridge, him and his wife Chris. They have done an excellent job of being guests out here. Donnie being the host, of course. Man, they have really outdone themselves on this particular adventure. I wish I could shout everybody out there. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my friends. That means an awful lot. Oh, now the coffee's ready to drink. We can actually drink this. This will be a first. Here's the coffee. Here's my mouth. That's about a little more than half a cup. I couldn't do it all in one gulp. I had to come up for air. Oh, that's so good. Man, Cowboy Coffee, you really got to try this. If you keep seeing us do it and you haven't done it yet, you got to go ahead and do it. You get the full flavor of coffee, the richness, the goodness, everything that's good about it. The tannic acids, the whole 9 yards. You get real coffee when you drink it this way. All gone except the drop. Until next time, this is Amateur Artist Mark D channel, wishing you and all a very happy YouTube experience out there. Y'all take care of yourselves. Get out there in the sticks and play as much as you possibly can. It's a lot of fun, even in the heat. You may not be able to sleep out here on these hot summer days, but if you got a decent little campfire going, I mean, I can only imagine without that smoke we got right now, how many flies would just be covering me right now. This is like Amityville horror, man. It's a horror show. Ugh. Let me get over here and break these tents down and get everything packed up, ready to go. The wife should be back here shortly. Until next time, y'all. And thank you, brother MuddyTiger Outdoors. That's MuddyTiger Outdoors. That's, once again, is MuddyTiger Outdoors there at YouTube. Jacko. Take care of yourself, brother. Bye-bye now. Dang these flies. What the heck?